For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Well, welcome to another edition of the Focus program, and today it's going to be about a homecoming of sorts, right?
Correct.
For City of St. Clair. We've got a young man by the name of Todd Bigger going to join us, and Hometown Reunion, which is coming up August 26th and 27th in the Riverview Plaza right downtown. And welcome, Todd. Always a good pleasure to see you. And you are the brains and thought and worker behind this new event.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Okay, well, it started as we kind of springboard off our 55th class reunion, which is this year. And as we talked, several of the committee members were interested in doing something each year.
Okay.
But to put so much work into just your class when your connections are everybody around you, your neighbors, your friends,
right,
other grades, other classes, that we decided to integrate this into a yearly end of the August program, and hopefully it'll just continue to grow.
Okay. Is this the same? No, the Jazz Festival is this weekend. Next weekend there was nothing until you came up with the idea.
Correct.
Great idea.
Correct. And they do have music for the weekend.
Oh yeah.
You know, so they're all set up for this type of programming.
Right.
And I was looking around at the different options, and I thought, this is great. This is a perfect setup now with the community set up like it is downtown, with the mall music and the plaza music.
And the parking lot done.
Yeah, and I started going around to the stores and talking to the restaurant owners and to the store owners and saying, you know, we'd like to get people back to St. Clair. And the COVID has been a tough time. There's been, you know, a slow rebirth, I guess, reconnection with people coming back. But there's so much more to offer now that wasn't available 3 years ago. And I thought it was just a great opportunity to put it all together and make it
really is.
annual.
So when were you? You were born in St. Clair?
I was born in St. Clair in the 40s.
Okay.
I grew up in St. Clair outside in East China. Jungletown was the area. And attended East China schools, transferred into St. Clair in the junior high school and high school. So we spent all of our growing up years.
So all of your contacts, your friends, as you said, your neighbors, are people that you either went to school with or you knew their kids who went to school, and et cetera,
Correct.
et cetera.
I still have nieces and nephews, great nieces and nephews in school. You know, the teachers, my sister was a teacher in East China. I was a principal in East China.
Yeah.
You know, I came back home.
Yeah.
I had that opportunity. I worked in Marine City, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
So, you know, my connections are here. It's home.
How many Biggers were there?
We had 6 in our family.
Okay.
We have 4 still living, 1 in Florida, and 3 of us in St. Clair.
Okay. And you, as you said, were an East China teacher and principal.
East China principal.
And that's just great memories, and all the contacts, all the people, all the students that you met over the years. It's just huge.
Yeah. I was up in the Thumb area for a couple decades plus. And at that point I decided I was finishing a specialist degree, and I thought I'd like to pursue something. And I was going to make 3 picks. I just decided I'll do 3 choices. East China was available. I applied here. I applied for 2 other districts. I heard first from East China, and I was
I'm in.
Yeah. I took the opportunity, and I came home.
You brought along a couple pictures, and we'll start with this one over here, which is behind me, which is Gleam's Meat Market, a famous name in St. Clair. Where did you get these pictures? And tell me the story behind them.
The majority of the pictures came from a teacher that I had at East China that was quite a bit older, had retired, and soon, just before he passed away, I stopped to visit him, and he provided the pictures for me, and they were slides, so I converted them into these pictures to share with everybody.
I don't know the year of that Mustang, but that's a hot number in a hot car with a guy on a motorcycle. I'm trying to read the front pictures of Gleam's Meat Market, I don't see any prices, but I know they got potato salads on one side there.
Well, and Gleam's was an old-time meat market.
Yeah.
And next door to the Gleam's market on the left is the Gleam household. They live next door.
Oh, they live next door.
And Dr. Clifford's office was here on the right.
Okay.
And when we were kids, we would walk uptown from Jungletown, and we would stop at Gleam's Market, and whenever a kid would walk in, even without your parents with you, they would grab a ring of bologna and slice off a piece and would hand it off to you. So,
hand it to the kids.
Yeah.
That made you very happy to go walk by Gleam's Market every day.
Yep.
And the picture behind you is of the bridge, but I remember a bridge where there was one where men had to go out and move a wheel in order to make the bridge move. What's this one?
Correct. This was a swing bridge also. And the wheel is actually at the museum.
Oh.
And, you can see the bar, one of the crossbars that they would use to swing the bridge. But this is heading south of town.
Oh, this is going south. Okay.
Correct. And this
Diamond Crystal's on the left.
Diamond Crystal's here. Beaver's is here. Just a lot of old good memories of St. Clair.
So are you going to have some of these up during the weekend?
Yes, Drifters has offered to post the pictures for me in their windows.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so I had, 5 years ago, I had 27 of these pictures made up, which pretty much covers the old town.
Yeah.
And I'm going to display them in the windows so people can come and view them from inside and outside of the restaurant.
Okay. It's August the 26th, starting at 4, and Saturday from noon on. And it's all over the plaza, so there's not one specific spot you have to go to. And the other thing is it's free.
That's correct.
Wow. There's nothing free anymore.
Well, the nice part is the way that the mall is set up, and I really commend the plaza people for arranging it like it is. It's perfect. The businesses are there, they're open for browsing.
Yep.
I stopped in almost every business.
Yep.
And they were so receptive, so grateful, just to know that business is coming into town, that they could host and welcome them.
Right.
So, it was just an eye-opener on what an opportunity. And the music's going to be down in the mall all day, Friday and Saturday, both. So people will be able to come and listen to the music, or they can go down to the river. I'm recommending that if they would like to bring a lawn chair just to set it up in the grass area, and float around, come back and sit on the lawn when they're ready and listen to the music, or go someplace to eat, hook up with whoever they see there, go to one of the many restaurants that they have. Drifters has also, they're going to host the pictures, but initially I talked to them first, making sure that this would be something that could go. And I recommended that we look at doing something from the 60s. So they're going to do a A&W. We used to have an A&W south of town.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Joe Papchak was the owner, and they're going to do a Joba burger, which is real popular with the people. So we got the recipe for that, and they're willing to do that. And then we're going to do a foot-long hot dog in honor of the shrimp boat, which was just north of the Voyager. We would always, as kids, would walk uptown, and for 50 cents you could get a foot-long hot dog, and a quarter you could go to the theater. So we're pulling some of that back in, and we're doing a root beer float in honor of the A&W, and we're doing root beer.
That was located down where Speedy Q is now.
It is, that's correct. Yep.
And that's a great idea, to have an A&W float.
Yeah. And we're going to have Pabst on tap.
Oh,
and
Pabst Blue Ribbon on tap.
And I asked them if they'd also, just for nostalgia, put on a little bit of Boone's Farm wine.
There you go.
On their menu.
There you go.
They are more than willing to accommodate it, so we're hoping that that will be a springboard, and all the other restaurants are offering their regular menu, which there's such a selection.
Yeah.
Everybody was just great. I can't commend the community more.
Todd, this is a great idea. I think it's really going to catch on.
Oh, I hope so. Thank you.
It's at the end of the season of summer where there's so many things happening and people going away and people coming, but now they're coming back to get ready to go to school and send their children to school. So the timing, I think, is appropriate.
Oh, it should be fun. And I'm looking forward to the next year, integrating the museum, possibly I talked to one of the new businesses in the area, a large business, and asked if they'd be interested in doing tours next year. Because it's too soon this year. We want it to be done correctly. And they said they surely would look at it. And they have robotics and everything going on. So
Oh, wow.
it'd just be a great opportunity to open up our city.
Yeah.
Not that it's not open, it's just going to offer some more opportunity.
If I need more information, I call 810-329-4574. It's an easy number. 329-4574, Mr. Todd Bigger. How can people help?
Well, first of all, anyone who's overseeing a committee or a group that would like to do a reunion, or a class that heads their reunion, I'd ask them to give me a call.
Okay.
And anyone who has any questions or suggestions or ideas, also to give me a call. Because there's a lot of different groups that will be impacted. For instance, schools.
Yeah.
Eddie is closed now, but it'd be nice
All
to
the
have
memories from Eddie, yeah.
Yeah, memories from there. It's just so many possible. East China was an elementary school for a long time, and a lot of country schools. There's still a lot of people out there who went to the country schools like Wright School and the Bell School and some of the local schools in the area. So I think it's just a nice time to look at all the possibilities of networking and finding out what people want and doing programs for kids and all
Your
ages.
sign came out really nice.
Thank you.
And the guys will get a shot of that. Oh, I got to lose my pen here. Pencil. So you kept everything pretty simple. St. Clair, I left it up there. Hometown Reunion, the 26th and the 27th, anywhere in the mall downtown. And as I said, it's free. There's no tickets to buy, nothing to bring, no dish to pass.
Right.
Just come and have fun.
Yep, and I'd like to add too that the goal is to keep away from other vendors because our community offers everything we need.
Oh, okay.
So, it's no other food vendors, no other product vendors.
Okay.
It's just supporting our community and
That's a
getting together.
great thought. It's a great thought. And as you said, there's a very wide variety of choices available in all the restaurants in the mall there.
Correct. And even outside of the mall, the Voyager has always been supportive of all of our reunions, and I'm sure that'll continue, and so has the Riverside, and Murphy's has a little section in the back room where people meet up and have their own reunions. So it's a good community.
Todd, I salute you for coming up with this thought and this idea. It's going to be a fun weekend. Todd Bigger, 810-329-4574. 329-4574. We missed anything?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I really don't. I just look forward to seeing everybody and show up and browse and have a good time and make your acquaintances.
Tell a lot of stories.
Tell a lot of stories, actually. Absolutely.
Do you remember when? It'll be the biggest line over the whole weekend. Remember when that teacher did that?
Yep. And some we can't tell.
Some we can't tell.
No, it'll all be good.
His name is Todd Bigger, and he's got a big weekend coming up that you're invited to. Let me hold up the poster once again. The St. Clair Hometown Reunion. It's the first one, and he needs you to participate anytime on Friday the 26th and Saturday the 27th in the Riverview Plaza. Just stop in and say hi, and he'll be the guy with the big smile on his face.
There you go.
Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. And Paul, thank you very much for helping support the community.
Not a problem. Glad to.
It's just another part of what's good about St. Clair.
Yep.
And that's what I really appreciate.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, while Todd's party's going on, I'm Paul Dingeman. See you then.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.